Jess and welcome to Mike and I's channel. As you can see, I'm wearing a Tree Hill Ravens t-shirt. Represent Tree Hill, you know. If you guys are an OG, you know I'm obsessed with One Tree Hill. I still love One Tree Hill, but I was obsessed. So shout out if you know. So Mike and I didn't really have a video idea for today. Why I'm here, just myself. Sorry if you hate it. We really wanted to stick to this posting schedule, which means we would have to be posting today. And we didn't have a video idea, so here we are. Kinda went into my DMs and found something you guys were requesting for a while now, and I'm going to create this video now. So as you can see from the title, it's about wedding planning, specifically involving someone in the military. So I'm gonna bring you back all the way to the beginning. I'm gonna insert pictures probably over here throughout the entire video to kind of show you for reference, and we're just gonna dive right into it. So basically, to start off, we're gonna rewind all the way back to December 29th, 2017? I think it was 2017, that's literally crazy. Mike proposed and I really wanted to get married. He was deploying in March. I was like, I really want to be married to this boy, I love him, you know. So I went home, obviously my parents knew, but they were like, maybe you guys, here's Callie. Maybe you guys want to do a prolonged engagement, and I really didn't want to do that just because I wanted to be married to him. I loved him and I wanted to be married to him, and the military makes it pretty hard to live together if you're not married, so yeah. So we kind of went back and forth, and we knew right away we needed a date because without the date, none of this was going to get done. So we needed to pick a date, and as you know, with having someone in the military, it's really hard to have a specific date because everything is always changing all the time. You never know what's going to be official, what's not, and so that's where we had some struggles. We knew Mike was deploying in March, so we knew a roundabout of when he would be home. So I did a couple months after that because safe, although this is really risky, but safe. And then we kind of tried to pick a time when he would have leave, so Christmas gets leave, and then took the risk of hoping he would be able to extend his leave. The 5th of January was the first weekend after Christmas and after New Year's, so it was the first weekend we could do, and it was extending leave, but not by much, so we were just hoping for the best. So we picked January 5th, and we just dove right into it. But disclaimer, if you guys are planning a wedding with someone who is involved in the military, I would really recommend with all your vendors and your venue to go with a military clause, I think it's called, to make sure that you are secure in that and you won't lose your money or anything like that. Whereas like, if you book something, they know things might change and all of that, so they kind of don't screw you over in a sense. So yeah, I don't know if this was focused for the entire video, but whatever, it's fine. Next, I wanted to pick my venue. The first thing I did was I went on my phone and I got the Not app picture. This was our wedding website. I created my wedding website right away. Didn't really use it for RSVPs or anything like that, but I just liked having a wedding website because I want people to know I was getting married. After that, I went and I looked at venues. I was looking at really affordable venues, and if you have help with your parents, you can look for things more up budget. If you're working on your own, you can look for a range in your budget. So I did have the help of my parents, which was so amazing. And if you guys are super confused with wedding planning and you have the money for it, do a wedding planner. My wedding planner was my mom, so free of charge. So I looked through a bunch of different beach wedding venues because Mike and I knew we wanted to get married on the beach. Also, by the way, I talk with my hands a lot because I'm Italian. You're gonna see it through the entire video. I'm just like this all the time. So we wanted a beach wedding. I looked through a bunch of different beach venues. I was looking in New Jersey and all of... I wasn't looking in New Jersey, it was January. What am I saying? We knew before anything we wanted to be in Florida because January, and we knew we were going home to Florida for Christmas, and wedding on the beach in January, you need to be somewhere warm. I was looking through, I had a bunch of affordable ones, and then my mom and I kind of realized we stayed at the Salem Pro Resort in Clearwater once, and we loved it. It was absolutely beautiful. We fell in love with it. I remember even saying like I would love to get married here because you saw the two different wedding places on the beach there. She was like, why don't we just like go for it and just do the Sand Pearl? We stayed there before, really nice, whatever. So we did a bunch of consultations and we booked it, and it was perfect. And I never thought I'd have a wedding there because it is pretty bougie, which is crazy, and I'm blessed my parents were able to help. And disclaimer, I'm in no way bragging, anything like that. Like, my parents worked hard for the money they got. I work hard for the money I got, and my mom always said, like, I had a daughter and I really wanted to be able to pay for a wedding for her, and they worked hard for their money. That's it. So then after that, we had our venue and we had to decide what we were going to be doing next, and we kind of just dove right in. We got things done really, really fast. Our wedding was in over a year a little bit, but we wanted to get things done. So we started just booking things, and Mike was deployed at this time, and so it kind of helped because I was able to dive into it. Although I was finishing college, but I was still able to dive into it. I don't remember the order of events, but I'm going to tell you guys the vendors we used and then my pictures for inspiration that I used for our wedding. So for our florist, we went with Two Birds Floral. They're based in Tampa, Florida, and these are some of the sample pictures I gave them when I talked to them on the phone. A lot of these people we weren't able to meet in person because obviously I don't live in Florida, so it was all over the phone. I really liked the green, bigger bouquets. I liked pops of champagne and gold and all of that, some white. I really liked the arch, which they made our arch. People asked that on Facebook. They did make our arch. They did the centerpieces on the tables. We had big centerpieces and we had smaller centerpieces. And then they did obviously all the bouquets. They did the flowers on the cake. They did really amazing. They were so awesome. And for our cake, we went with Michael from Let's Eat Cake. He was also based in Tampa, Florida. And this was also over the phone. The original people we were supposed to do cake testing with never showed up. So we had to go with Michael, and definitely didn't meet with him, didn't taste any of the cakes, which was really risky, but he was amazing. So good. Our cake was 4 tiers. It was chocolate, vanilla, red velvet, and carrot cake. So if you were at our wedding, you probably got one of those. When Mike and I cut the cake, we got red velvet. And so, yeah. For our DJ, we went with Eric, and he was so awesome. We asked him right away if he could do our NHL theme entrance, and he did it perfectly. It was even better than I thought, so he was awesome. We gave him a list of some of the songs we wanted played. He was really cool, and that was who we went with our DJ. And then for our videographer, we went with Hearts Video. We are still waiting for a wedding video, but obviously when we get that, we're going to be posting it, so look out for that. He was awesome. Super nice guy. So cool. And then for our photographer, we went with Todd Gilman. Actually, the videographer and the photographer knew each other just because we were all going out of the Tampa area, so they all basically knew each other, and these were some of the top rated people in the area, so we went with all of those people. A lot of them we obviously didn't meet with, but it worked out perfect. Basically for the entire wedding process, I was by myself just because Mike was deployed. When we had to do the food testing and all of that, I went to the Stamford with my parents and we did the taste testing there, and Mike just trusted my judgment. Obviously, he wasn't gonna be like, I don't like anything. We were basically on the same page, and he really wanted my vision to come true in a sense, and obviously whatever he wanted, I was like, you can contribute your thoughts, but he was kind of chill about it and didn't really do that. Everything was just perfect. I'm gonna insert some more random pictures here if you guys don't follow me on social media throughout while I'm talking. It was just so amazing, and it's been a month since our wedding, and it just feels like yesterday, and I just look back on those pictures and I remember everything, and it was just so amazing. I'm also gonna link down in the description where I got the robes, where I got any of the little pieces you might see in the pictures. I'm gonna link them down in the description if you guys wanna use it for your own wedding, whatever it may be. I also just wanna tell you, it's totally possible to plan a wedding without your fiance here with you. If he's in the military, it's totally doable. You can do it. Budgets are obviously a huge thing, and it might be a little tough if you're by yourself and you do have a budget that you can't meet, but it's totally doable to plan it and DIY everything. I know my friends that are brides are DIYing everything. Do it. Like, you can save so much money doing that. And all the things that I found, the table numbers, the little details, were all mostly from Etsy. So again, I'm gonna link them down in the description. You guys can click those. So I also want to give you guys hope that just because you don't meet with your vendors doesn't mean you're not gonna have a fabulous wedding. I know some people do overseas, whatever it may be, and you just can't meet with your vendors, which stinks, but you don't need to. If they're rated well, you really feel a good vibe with them, they can really execute, and that just shows in our wedding, because we really didn't visit anyone, to be honest, because Florida and Jersey, and it was just a lot. But I guess my last couple tips for this, if you are wedding planning or you're in the wedding process, is be patient. Being that Mike was deployed, it really was difficult to, you know, work together on planning the wedding, but you guys can do it. If you have any questions about wedding planning, about planning a wedding with the military, whatever it may be, don't feel free to leave me a comment, a DM on Instagram, a DM on Twitter. We have a Facebook page now. You can comment on our page, whatever it is. We're always willing to help you guys out or whatever. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you weren't too bored, and I'm sorry for the guys that watch. You definitely didn't want to watch this, but it's fine. Let us know what you guys want to see this weekend, and we will see you guys on Saturday. Peace.